Hello everybody, just making sure my audio is working. Probably something I should do before I hit record, but you know, I never do. We're back in Sanctuary, not because I have more to show you, although I do want to check on something, because I actually haven't checked on it since I showed you guys that I built it. I want to see if any of my stuff is still up. Yeah. See, so you may notice the typewriter's on the floor instead of on the desk where I left it. Surprisingly enough, everything else seems to still be in place. I don't think I had anything. Oh yeah, I did have the toothbrush, toothpaste, hairbrush there, and the plunger next to the toilet. One thing that does like to happen in this game, which is why I'll generally, or why my plan was to decorate it, show you, and then probably never mention it again. Should we fast travel? Should probably fast travel. Yeah, it's far enough away. Is because the way the game loads stuff in the settlement is kind of shit. I don't know exactly how it loads. I don't know if it's it just loads stuff in the wrong order or it just loads stuff randomly. But a lot of the time it will load the objects. So the typewriter. Is this? Oh, it hasn't. Well, hang on. I guess we haven't been going far or long enough. That's fine. We can rest here, right? Let's just go until morning, I guess, and then see if it's done. But yeah, it'll sometimes load that stuff before it'll load, let's say, the desk. And if physics are active at the time, okay, well, if he's still blue, then it must not be. Oh, yeah. I'm reasonably certain that you can just rest here to get it. You know what? I'll give it a full day because you need 24 hours. So this will guarantee it. And what I mean by physics being active is obviously if it loads the item and physics isn't active, the item will just stay floating there. But then as soon as the physics become active, if the desk underneath it hasn't loaded, it'll fall to the ground. So a lot of the time, especially once you get more stuff out, there it is. The Raider Psycho is now here. Once you get more stuff out, it will also change how quickly it'll load stuff, right? And more stuff. Oh god. But so yeah, it'll load those and they'll fall through whatever you have them sitting on, which is obviously not good. But there is a way to fix that. Well, kind of. It's not really a fix. It's kind of just a shitty way to do stuff. But if you fast travel to a place near where you're going, so let's say it's Sanctuary that I'm worried about that happening in. If I fast travel to Red Rocket and then walk backwards to Sanctuary.
Caution, sir. I do believe something is stalking us. Not this time. End of the line. Think you can win this? Huh?
Yes. Yes, I do think so. But yeah, if you walk backwards, it'll load the stuff. But to save on space or RAM, whatever, to save on load times in that, it won't bother to activate the physics of it. Um, so everything will be loaded, but it won't drop it, right? And that's one way to deal. Codsworth, you fucker.
What's all this then? Keep your eyes open. Think this asshole's using a stealth boy.
I'm really not using a stealth boy. Oh yeah, there's also mirelurks in cages. You can shoot them through the cages without them coming at you. Like, they can't open those doors, but I think you can also let them out so that they'll go after the raiders, but it's fairly pointless because you have to get really close to it anyway. But yeah, anyway, so you can walk backwards if you're that worried about it. Honestly, it's why I stopped decorating certain areas and that. Like, I like to make a cafeteria type place.
This should be fun.
But yeah, I like to make like a cafeteria type place. But like the way I would do it would have
I'm not even sweating.
I would have like shelves with like food and everything on it, right? Like cooking utensils, um, plates, spoons, forks, everything that like a cafeteria would have, right? But then like every time that I would come back to Sanctuary,
Shit.
what is that moving away from me? That's very weird. But anyway, can I get that?
Raiders, sir. Let's show them what for.
It's latched from the other side. They have it latched from inside the cage. That doesn't seem right. Wow, I missed all those, eh? Anyway, yeah, so I just kind of stopped decorating. It's not barred from the other side. I didn't. Oh, fuck you. I may have accidentally got myself stuck in here due to the lies that I was told about this bar. But that's fine. Apparently I can do it from inside.
Let's make this quick, shall we? I've seen toddlers with finer form than that.
Did you now? He's very much like a proper British butler, who apparently boxes if he's talking about form. Okay, and then I shot a guy across the way, but we should have. So yeah, as you can see, after we've helped fix the place, we get a bunch of raiders in, but not only that, they also bring a bunch of equipment and stuff with them as well. Did they just accuse me of using a stealth boy again? I say accused, like there's something wrong with using a stealth boy. Which obviously there isn't, but it is funny that they keep accusing me of that.
I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
Yeah? Got him. Whoever's left must be deeper in the valley. We still haven't come across Sully, but he's usually down at the very bottom. Now, there is a thing with Sully here. He how do I get there? There should be another way up there. I think I can get there. No. Oh wait. Damn it. Well, whatever. Because I think the only other way to get up there is to go. Well, I guess it's not that. She sounds really close.
I wonder how the quarry flooded. Rainfall, perhaps? Or
Oh,
maybe they
probably them right there, eh?
Ah! Guard yourself!
There we go. Okay, so as you can see, there are more Mirelurks down there. That should be more or less everyone that's like up here, especially since, like, you know, obviously I fired there and wasn't immediately detected. But yeah, these raiders bring a lot of shit with them. And the thing with that as well is I do believe that this stuff here, like all these containers and that, have, if I'm not mistaken, a very short respawn timer. Like if you need a bunch of building materials or something, that might spawn in one of the containers here, like ammo, stuff like that. You can come back here, like fast travel away, come back, and it's like gonna be respawned like super quick. I don't quite remember how quickly, but I do remember. It's an unfortunate position to die in. But it is very quick. That's get you off the railing at the very least.
Or maybe they dug right into a spring.
Maybe. All right. So before we go down there, I'm not going to bother shooting the Mirelurks from here, but there should be. Now, what would be nice is if you could shoot the Mirelurk cages and release them. Now that is probably not Sully. Oh yes, it is. He's got the hat.
What's all this then?
Oh yeah, there's another raider over there.
Perhaps I should clean out the old sensor array.
Oh, I wasn't crouched. That's why I didn't get the sneak attack. Now, the reason we're not going down there is, like I said before, Sully level 30. Because he can't be any lower. I think this may also be the first time that I've come here and he wasn't in power armor. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll come across somebody else in power armor while we're here. As you can see, though, because of it's a giant quarry, you can see right down into it, and as long as, like, this scope on this is even only a medium scope, it's not even the good scope. I usually go for the long scope on my snipers, and at some point I will. And you might think, but why go for the long scope instead of one of the fancier ones? Well, here's the thing, right? While the fancier ones are nice, I don't think there's any that have adjustable zoom. But there's some that have like enemy tracking in that, but they don't look good. They look good on like the laser rifles and that, but they don't look good on a regular rifle because they're very much like big blocky type things. Oh, all the fucking Mirelurks down there. Pretty sure you can't release them. Oh, look at that, you can too, son of a bitch. Did not know that. I doubt that it's really going to do much, but besides, you know, annoying me when I go down there to fight. Since I will have to go down there at some point. Oh, there we go. Let's see who wins, Sully or the Mirelurk. Oh, I can't get... Sully, don't run away. Fight him. Oh. Oh, no. A second Mirelurk enters the fray. Unfortunately, we do not have a very good view of it. There we go. Oh, Sully's punching it. It's punching back. Is Sully victorious? I'm going to go with yeah. We're not going to release the other Mirelurks, by the way. There's like 3 of them in there. And they might be able to deal with them, but even so, they'll probably be harder than he is. It would be nice to get a check on his health, but once we get closer, we should be able to. Also, you don't need to drop down like this. You can 100% just walk down. And we probably should, because there's probably stuff to loot out of there, but whatever. Oh, there's another raider. Just really hoping to get. See, and I don't know if I can shoot through there, because even with the penetrator perk, that only works in bats. How am I looking on weight? Still got quite a bit left. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not actually sure why I named my character John. For some reason, and I don't know why. For the most part, whenever I hear somebody use the name John, no matter the context, I automatically think Constantine. And I don't know. Oh, is there somebody beneath me? Maybe. Oh, fuck it. Just critical strike this prick, because apparently he can see me through there. I'm way across there, but that can't be the one that's on my radar, so I still don't know who the hell is seeing me right now. Still says danger. Still don't see anyone. Yeah, we got the Mirelurks. Yeah, I don't know what the hell this red is. There we go, Sully Matt. Oh wow, look at it. Oh, wow, look at his health go up. He might be considered legendary, and they like to do that nonsense. Or it's like, hey, congratulations, we made this enemy stronger. You've now almost killed it, so we're gonna give it full health and make it even stronger than it was. Obviously, he didn't get full health back, but look, he has a Tommy gun. If you're going for a an automatic gun, the Tommy gun, pretty good. The submachine gun, pretty decent in this game. There is a unique one that I do believe you just buy in Good Neighbor that comes with explosive rounds. I say comes with it. Every bullet you fire out of it is explosive. It's not something you have to keep track of. It's not like special ammo that you have to carry around or anything. It just turns all the bullets it fires into explosive rounds. It is absolutely insane and will tear through your ammo like a motherfucker. Sully back out yet? No.
Sir, something's afoot.
Yeah, there's always something afoot. Yeah, oh well. Oh, there we go. There's the other Raider Scabber. Hopefully we can actually get a sightline on this bitch. Detected? By what? Maybe the Mire... No. Well, maybe the Mirelurks. Man, I'm definitely about to run out of space, right? Yep. That weight of 2. That has a weight of 1, 3, 0. Should I get rid of this stuff and then come back? I should be fine to do that. This place respawns quickly, but I do believe it's also tied to Sully. So, assuming we don't go back to a place full of raiders, because that would suck, but if we do, you know, then I'll know for next time. Oh, so last part I talked about doing the building bits, right? Or doing videos while I build. Still haven't decided on that because here's the thing, right? Put the poll up like I said I was going to. I checked it about a minute before I started recording, and it was perfectly split between do it as part of the Let's Play. So, like, if I did that, for example, instead of this part where we're going through the thicket excavation, it would have instead been, like, me finishing building, or fixing up the farm there. What the fuck was their name? Abernathy. But it was split between that and do it as separate videos. Store all the junk. I don't like to store all the junk like that because if when you're building, if you have junk, it'll automatically break down any junk that you have in your workbench. Oh, well, good. That's still on fire, so that should mean that they're still all dead. So if there's something that I didn't want it to break down in there, obviously, oops, now it's broken down. And also to go along with that, it also makes it a little bit harder to see exactly how much materials you have, because while you're building most of the time, it will also this place will probably be this whole part because like it's huge. Like once you get the water drained, this place is fucking massive. Oh, although leaving probably would have. Oh no, it actually didn't give Sully his health back. And now Sully will never have his health back. Wow, that did not do very much damage. Okay, fucking backing up, eh? Didn't even see the dog down there when he was attacking or when the Mirelurks were attacking him. Go, it finally turned around so that I could get its head. But yeah, some of this stuff won't show you that while you're building it. Like, it'll show you it if you don't have enough. But as soon as you have enough to build something, some of the stuff like the turrets, for example, will stop showing you how much of the materials that you are using. Well, it'll stop showing you the materials that you're using and how many of them you have.
Hey.
Which is obviously a problem. If you have like multiple things that are going to be taking the same materials, and you don't want to like use them all or something, right? So I prefer like if I'm not going to use something for decoration, I'll usually drop it on the ground and dismantle it so that it just goes into its components in there. The other nice thing about that is, well, I haven't shown you guys the trick, but there's a trick you can do to duplicate everything, especially materials, and it obviously is significant. Well, to duplicate anything. The setup that I showed you where I was duplicating the special book, your special book, Um, that's how you duplicate like items in the game. But if you want to scrap something, or if you want to get materials out of something but not really scrap it, or if you have the materials and you want to double them up, um, there's another trick you can do that's part of the build menu. You can look it up if you're interested. I'll probably show you at some point. Well, I mean, if I do a build, if I do end up doing building videos, I'll definitely show you. Um, but yeah, it's a neat little trick. It gets you through a lot. Oh, that also reminds me. Um, oh fuck, I forgot his name. I mentioned him last part. Pop, nope, corn something. Hang on. How do you get the chest surrounded? Fucky. Oh, don't ask me, dude. Let's see, where was he? Corn Studio CK. Nope. Coded Humor. That's the one. Uh, hang on. Excuse me. Oh god, hurt a little bit. He was the one who I was talking about the walls with in the comments of the one part there, and I mentioned him last part. I see that you, if you're watching this, that you linked me a Nexus mod. You put a Nexus mod link there for settlement stuff. I appreciate it, but it's worthless because A, I'm playing on Xbox, and B, I don't actually have all the achievements in this game, so I didn't. The hell is mercenary for? Okay, right. So since I'm doing 100% playthrough, I figured I would try and get the achievements that I don't have yet, because there are some of them that are like collect all the bobbleheads, collect the magazines, stuff like that. Complete 50 miscellaneous objectives, which with how much I've played this game, you would think that at some point I would have done miscellaneous objectives, but when you're in your quest, they're the ones that go underneath here, and they're really there isn't as many that go under there as you would think. So yeah, that's why like I'm not like I don't have any mods installed or anything, because otherwise I probably would have modded this similar to um, similar to how I did my Skyrim one, where it was mostly quality of life improvements. Like there were very few mods that I had installed on the Skyrim Let's Play, because I don't like changing. Like I talked about it in that one, but like I don't like changing the game very much from its base version. It's like a few of the mods, because like I do have a modded playthrough of this game that I had started at some point, but like I said, I want to get the achievements in that from getting all the bobbleheads and everything. So I decided to do this one completely uh, mod free. But some of the mods that I may have done, um, I didn't actually look at which mod you linked me, because I obviously I can't install that on my Xbox. I mean, it might be available on the Xbox as well. I don't know. But either way, I wouldn't use it. But like some of the ones I know about that I would use are there's one where if you find a legendary weapon, so like every legendary piece of equipment you have comes with like a special modifier um, that you can't change, like you can't do anything with it. But there's a mod out there that lets you remove and apply legendary mods at will. So like here's Sully. Anything good? Tactical team? No, not really. It's like if you let's say get a pistol with double shot on it, which is every time you fire 2 bullets. I think. I don't remember I don't remember if the second bullet is free or not. Not sure. I don't quite remember. I don't know. I don't think so. Um, but like if you got that and it's like, oh well, I don't, plan on using like maybe it's on a pipe pistol, right? And it's like, well, I don't use those, so that's worthless to me, right? You could take it off and like slap it on a big boy so that you get a big boy that fires uh, two mini nukes at once, right? And really blow yourself up because it, if I'm not mistaken, no, maybe it's with the Merv mod that makes it when you fire a mini nuke, it splits into like 8 or something, 8 or 9. One or the other, or maybe it's a combination where if you have 2-shot and Merv, there's a mini nuke that'll basically just like eke out of the tube and drop at your feet and just kill you. Like you have to aim it because of the way it works. You have to aim like insanely high up in the air for it to not kill you. But like that would be one. There's probably a better one at this point. But I know there's a mod that I had that gave you infinite building materials. Kind of. What it did was just, I think I may have actually pointed it out when we left the vault, that there was a burnt out car up near the vault, and inside of it there was a rock that you could open up, and it had just like a fuck ton of every raw resource in it. And you could, and it respawned, I think, on like, they had it respawning on like a daily basis or something. So yeah, like I would have used that because like while I don't mind using the exploits in that for building purposes, mainly because a lot of the building stuff is kind of bullshit. Like for example, right? Like I have all these guns, right? All these guns, and they're all well, the pool cube obviously not, but a lot of these guns would obviously have plenty of working parts, right? Like they would have springs, they would have screws, they would have whatever, right? I think without any perks, if I were to put that gun on the ground, I could scrap it, and I would get like 3 metal. I'd get like 3 steel, and like that'd be it. Like that would be the extent of what I got. Now there is perks. I think scrapper perks. It does let you get better stuff out of. I think it's just better stuff out of guns. I don't think it affects anything else. But even then, you're not getting a lot of resources out of it, and it's better to sell the gun and buy a shipment. Yeah, that should be good. There shouldn't be anything else here. We've looted this place pretty thoroughly, and getting one location done apart. Well, I guess I don't know how long it's been going. I feel like it's been a while. I mean, we even had to stop and go back and dump stuff off. But let's see. Yeah, 34 minutes. That's actually half hour for a location. Isn't bad. But yeah, stuff like that. Like I don't think that I would use. Like I tend not to use mods that like greatly alter the game. I don't know. It just feels wrong. The hell? Where the fuck were you while I was here last time? Oh, whatever. Alright. So let's head out then. Um, but yeah, it would just be more or less that. Just some quality of life improvements. Like I'd probably get the mods that cleaned up all this trash and fucking overgrowth of Sanctuary and that because I did really enjoy that mod. I know the guy had made quite a few last time I looked at them, and I can only imagine that he's finished it or at the very least made significantly more since then. Um, oh, I should actually take that one. But yeah, like nothing too much. But yeah, so next, in between this part and next part, hopefully, um, my my poll there will be a little bit more definitive because obviously right now I don't really know what to do with it. But since I was already here doing stuff, or since I knew that the thicket excavation was clear, I figured I may as well just do that because I figured that would take a part because it is fairly big. And yeah, so like normally, like I have been recording my Fallout videos during the week, but especially since this video doesn't come out until Friday, if I were to wait until like this video came out to make the decision, that would obviously, well, I mean, it would obviously put me fairly far behind. So I think next week during the week, instead of doing Fallout, I'll do my Battlefield videos during the week instead of on the weekend, and then I'll do my Fallout ones on the weekend, which will give the poll a lot more time to get conclusive, and it'll allow you guys to comment on the last video and on this video. Uh, with any like maybe suggestions for like if you're one of the people who do want me to do it. Well, I guess technically so far everybody who voted, because I did give a third option, which is that if you aren't interested in seeing me build at all, which has got 0 votes as of me recording this. Uh, but you know, if you have any tips where it's like, hey, you know, maybe if you're building, you should do this or something, yada yada, you know, whatever. Like, don't bother with this while you're building, you know, stuff like that. I'd take it. But yeah, that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week. Well, for who knows? Because I mean, if the one wins, I mean, it'll probably be a building episode. But yeah, so thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you then.